Well, guys, we're going to kick back into the sales process. We've been walking through this for a while now. We spent a lot of time on the first 3 steps of the sales process. Does anybody remember what those are?
Meet and greet. Fact finding and building rapport.
Okay, and what are you doing through that first section of the sales process? Selling yourself. As we move into the next section of the sales process, it's going to be the walk around, the demo drive, and the trial close. And what you're effectively doing during this section of the sales process is you're selling the product. So we'll break into walk around first. We've done a good job of meet and greet. We've done a good job of fact finding and building rapport, of setting up the sales process with our client to let them know, hey, here's why we do our sales process. This is how it benefits you. Able to dig in and ask some questions, and we've built some rapport through it. So we've done a great job of this, and we've built a relationship, right? So they like us, we like them. They've decided that they want to move forward with us and they want to do business with us. We've done a great job of listening to what they're trying to accomplish. We've dug through our inventory. We've done a great job at that mediary step, which was vehicle placement. So we feel like we've landed them on the right vehicle. It's not only going to fit their budget, but it's going to fit all their wants, their needs, and it's also going to be able to solve the issue that they have. So we transition from the first section, which is selling yourself, into landing them on the right vehicle, which is vehicle placement. Now we've got to come into the next portion of it, is to show them why this vehicle is going to fit all their wants and their needs. It's going to solve their problem. So we're going to the next step, which is a walk around. So tell me a little bit about a walk around, guys. What's your definition of a walk around?
Presenting the car in a way that makes it, appealing to the customer.
Yeah. What are some ways to have a successful walk around?
Make sure, it didn't have to be detailed yet, that's preferred, but make sure there's no trash in it.
Yeah.
Butterfly the doors, open it up, point out some features that you like. If you're excited about it, they're going to be excited about it.
One of the things that you can do here in a walk around is use the SUVPS method. Does everybody remember what that is? SUVPS is going to be reasons people buy a car, or different ways that you can present the vehicle. Different things that are going to be important to people. Style, utility, value, performance, safety. These are usually the reasons why somebody's going to buy a vehicle. So as you've done a great job of getting to know your client, right, you're going to kind of get an idea of some of those things that's going to be a key for them. We talked about if you've got soccer mom Sally. She's not going to be as big on performance usually as she is going to be on safety and utility. If you've got redneck Ricky from the oil field, he's probably not going to care too much about safety, but he's probably going to care a lot about style and performance. If you've got my daughter rolling in here, 17-year-old girl, she's going to probably care about style a lot. She's going to care about performance. You get, an older gentleman in here. What's he going to care about? Value. And he might also care about performance or safety. It's getting an idea of the way that you need to go, and this gives you a roadmap on how to start your walk around. So as you've got that car butterflied, you got it open, and you've got redneck Ricky. You know that style and performance is going to be important to him. You can start your walk around in the front of the vehicle, and you can start with the styling right at the front. Know a few key components of that vehicle. Know some things that you like, some things that get you excited, because what does excitement do? Excitement transfers. So when you're excited, you're going to breathe that excitement. So find a few things that you think are exciting. Know a little bit about each of these issues, each of these different ways that you can do it. The next step you're going to go into is Fab 5. Does anybody know what that is? Features and benefits 5. That means as you're walking around that vehicle, have 5 different features and benefits that you can talk about. If you've got your vehicle here, so we got us a good looking Ford Raptor right here. There's going to be a quadrant. Here's a quadrant. Here's a quadrant. There's going to be a quadrant on the other side. And then here in the interior, that can be your 5th quadrant. You can do the front, the side, the back, the other side. It can be the wheels. Find 5 features and benefits that you can go over and be able to talk about the feature and how it benefits your client. Again, be excited about those things. Find some things that are exciting to you. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The best way would to be have a feature and benefit for each of these areas. So you'll have something that hits on for everybody. And then the third thing, guys, what's the one thing that new vehicles have so much of that they haven't had in the past? Technology, man. As you're doing your walk around, technology can lead the way. Because there's so much tech in these vehicles. And they've grown so much even over the last couple of years between Blue Cruise, self-driving, remote starts, over-the-air updates, all the different options, heated and cooled seats, massaging seats. You can spend a lot of time on tech from somebody that even if they bought a car 5 years ago, that tech wasn't there. So you can spend some time on tech. And as you're walking around, again, what are you doing here? You're selling the product, you're building value in the vehicle, but what else are you continuing to do?
Build rapport.
Continuing to build rapport. You continuing to come across as a trusted consultant. This is where you're showing you know what you're talking about. Before, you sold yourself, and they like you. But this is where you prove the method that they should trust you because you know your product. You did listen. You're talking about the features and benefits. You're getting them excited about that. So guys, if you've done a great job at this, what's your next step? You're going to step straight into your demo drive. Why is the demo drive important? Well, that is part of it. That's one of my notes here. They've got to picture themselves owning the vehicle, guys. They've got to picture themselves owning it. We can talk about it all we want, but they've got to picture themselves owning the vehicle. And one of the main reasons for a demo drive, why it's so important, they need to get in that vehicle. They need to see how it fits. They need to see how it feels. Make sure that it is comfortable. Because I'm going to tell you, Tim Davis bought a Mustang Mach-1, right? Loved the car, thought it was cool. I get it. It is cool. Tim Davis found out real quick, I don't need to drive it. I've had a Mustang. 2 weeks later, what's Tim Davis saying? I don't like these seats, man. These Recaro seats are uncomfortable. If he would have driven that car, he would have known that. And he would have been able to make a better decision. And it's our job as what? Consultants to help our clients make the right decision. So if we jam them off in a car that isn't really the best decision for them, not everybody's Tim Davis. Tim Davis works here. So he's probably going to come back and buy another car from us. But if Rocky puts Miss Johnson in a car, and he did a great job of selling himself and building himself up as a consultant, and then he took her out there and he did a great job of telling her why the car is great, he goes, why don't you take it for a drive? She goes, I've driven these cars before. I've driven a car before. I don't want to get in it. I don't want to get my hopes up. And then they go in, they get the numbers right, and he just sells her the car. Then 2 weeks down the road, she realizes, hey, I don't like the way this feels, or hey, this thing's bumpy, or this thing's loud, or these seats are uncomfortable. How's she going to start feeling about that vehicle, Rock?
Like she doesn't like it very much.
Okay, and then how's she going to feel about you?
Like I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, you're tied to that, guys. You're tied to that purchase. So it's incumbent upon us as a consultant to make sure that our client drives this vehicle. Because they need to know how it fits, how it feels. Picture themselves owning it. Take it for an extended test drive. Know where you're going on that test drive. Have a planned route. They don't know where they're going. Say, hey, won't you come out here and take a ride? Drive down through different types of terrain, guys. Have them pull into a parking spot. Have them pull into a driveway. If they live close, have them take it to their house and pull it into their garage. See how it fits their life. Let them take some mental ownership. And then finally, the cliche phrase is, the feel of the wheel seals the deal. And the reason why is because they picture themselves owning that vehicle. And if you get in the middle of it, and they can't picture themselves owning the vehicle, what should we do next? We back up, right? We go back to the fact finding. Because obviously this vehicle isn't going to work. We thought it would, but it isn't going to work. And if we continue on the path we're on, it's going to lead to low satisfaction. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to solve the problem, not cause a new problem. So finally, guys, we get through the demo drive. They love the car. Everything's great. Our next step is trial close, right? What is a trial close, guys?
Actually asking them if they could picture themselves owning
Yeah.
and driving that vehicle.
Yeah.
From here on.
It's your last opportunity to get any kind of objection on what would prevent them from taking ownership today. You know, Rock, I do like the car, but we love the buts. We love big butts. We cannot lie. Because the big butts are going to allow you to dig in to find out what the real objection is. When do you want to find out the objection, guys?
Before the deadline.
As early as possible, right? Because the objection's coming regardless. Do you want the objection when you're inside in the middle of a negotiation? Do you want the objection before you get to that? Because this becomes contentious. This becomes me versus you. We don't want me versus you. We want me with you, right? So if there is a but, we want to find out that but early on so that we can come up with a rebuttal to help them through that, to dig down, to find out what the real objection is, because what is an objection? It's a problem. And our job is to uncover the problem so that we can solve it. So a trial close is just an opportunity. It's not about closing somebody. That phrase is a little bit misleading because you're not trying to close anybody. It's like, so man, want to buy that car? Ain't about that. It's about trying to uncover the objection, uncover the but, or find out if we are committed to move forward. And the easiest way is to ask that question. What is an example of a trial close?
Mrs. Johnson, we've driven this vehicle, you like it. Is there anything that would keep you from doing business with us today?
Easy, easy. Hey guys, seems like you love the car. If I can make the terms and conditions fit your budget, what would stop you from taking it home today? Hey, what do you think? Is this a vehicle you can see you and your family taking home today? Everybody's going to say it different. All you're trying to see is, are we ready to move forward? Do I have your permission to move forward in the sales process? Did we land on the right vehicle? Did this fit your wants and needs? Is this going to solve your unique problem? You can ask it that way. Hey, you know, I told you through the sales process that my main job is that of a problem solver. And my job is to find your unique problem and offer you a custom solution. So as we went through this, let me ask you a question. Have I done a great job? Do you feel like this vehicle is going to solve your unique problem? Do you feel like this is the solution? Yeah, I like it, Ray. Awesome. Well, now let's get to the easy stuff. Let's go inside, let's write this up, and let's make it happen for you. If they say no, say, okay, great. Let's sit down and talk about it a little bit. Tell me what you liked and what you didn't like. It's just an opportunity to not only uncover the objection, but what else do you get to do more of? Build more rapport. It's actually a beautiful thing. Because when you come to that opportunity in a relationship where things are a little bit rocky, and you can work through that, that relationship's going to get stronger, right? So it's actually going to give you the opportunity to actually dig in and probably have a stronger relationship by the end of this. So when you run into that, that's a great opportunity. Now, what is it going to take? Time. Don't be afraid to invest that time. Relationships are going to take time. Invest that time. Go back to the starting board. Take it back up to the top. Okay, tell me what you liked and what you didn't like. I didn't like this, I didn't like this, I didn't like this. Okay, great. So if I could find you something that had this, this, and this, but didn't have this, this, and this, would you be interested in looking at that? Yeah, that'd be great. So we go back to vehicle placement, right? We think we landed back on the right vehicle again. Then we pop back down here, and then we go back through knowing about our vehicle. Break it down. Fab 5 that thing. Features and benefits, find 5 of them. Talk about some tech on it. Invite them for a test drive again. Get them in there. Make sure that it fits good, that it feels good. If it fits good and it feels good, we're going to ask them, hey, do you feel like this vehicle is going to solve your problem? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, great. Let's go inside and let's finish it up. Guys, if we do a phenomenal job at the first section of the sales process, people are going to like us and they're going to do a lot more for us. They're going to go look at a vehicle. They're going to listen to what you have to say because they like you. As we transition into vehicle placement, if we do a great job of landing them on the right vehicle and walk in and do a phenomenal job at selling the product, our life's going to be easy. It is. If we land them on the wrong vehicle and do a great job at this, it's going to make it take a little more time. So we have to come back and we're going to find the right vehicle. It's like a math problem. But if you come into this, guys, you do a great job of selling yourself, and then you take the time to actually do a top-tier walk-around and actually sell your product. Spend some time on it. Master your craft. This is the craft, guys. This is the craft. This step right here, this portion of it, this is your craft. Meet and greets, that's just getting people to like you. But your job is in the automotive sector, right? So where should your experience be? Where should your wisdom be at? Where should your knowledge be at?
Product.
On the product. And if you skip this, you're skipping your craft. You're trying to go straight in to jam somebody in a vehicle they may or may not want because you never sold it to them. And then what are you trying to do? Trying to sell them a payment, right? On something they don't even know if they like. They haven't even driven the thing. Guys, I promise you, slow it down, spend the time on your craft, and become deadly at this. This is where your money's made, guys. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how likable you are, or if you have more hooks than Bill Dance's tackle box. You can have every hook in the world, and they can like you. And you're going to close a lot of deals. But if you skip this, your life's going to get hard, man. And if you have this down, you don't need as many hooks. Because you're not trying to hook somebody. You're trying to help somebody. And that's the difference in this business. So many people are looking to hook somebody. They're looking for the get rich quick. They're looking for something to make it easy. Guys, there's no substitute for the process. There's no substitute for hard work. And there's no substitute for experience. But if you'll walk through this process, guys, it will make your life easier. And it will make you hyper successful in this business. Guys, that's what we got to be doing. Every day we got to be looking for the areas to win. There's so many ways to take a loss in this life. The losses compound, the wins compound too. Be looking for the wins. Be looking for the way to win. Don't look for the way to lose. Look for the way to win. Bring that win in. Your brain knows that's a win. Doesn't matter how big or small that win is. Your brain just registers that as a win. Take that win, look for the next win. Those things compound. And then what does your mind become? The mind of a winner. And there's a difference between a winner and a loser, right? And it's their mindset. So go out, put yourself in a position to win by following the process that we have in place, and then program yourself to have the wins every day. Let's go out on Wednesday and let's win this day.